CPU に合流することになりました。キリです。あれ、こっちじゃない?
Hello everyone, this is Aoi Momo. So, as we all know by now, the 1-year anniversary is coming up for Nikke, and it seems currently the rumor is leaning towards us getting a Red Hood banner during the anniversary event. However, prior to this, ShiftUp has pulled out all the stops to try and drain us of our resources, with the near event releasing both 2B and A2, then releasing another powerful set of dual supports in the form of Naga and Tia. Now, as their last hurrah to drain us of what's little left of our reserve gem count, they introduced Quiry, another member of the ACPU. So, what is this pink-haired privity-looking ass character all about? And is she worth your hard-earned gems and tickets to pull for when she comes out? Find out in Quiry within 5 minutes. First of all, Quiry is a rocket launcher support unit from Elysian. Being a rocket launcher means there's potential for PvP usage, as rocket launchers have quick burst gauge fill speeds. However, we will still need to investigate her kit in order to see whether or not she is worthwhile to pull for. Quiry's skill 1, Glance, activates only when she does full charge, and its effect is dropping the hit target's attack by 8.94% at max level for 3 seconds. Also gives 2 defender allies 5.81% of the caster's attack, which also lasts 3 seconds. The enemy attack debuff is somewhat insignificant against enemies that don't do enough damage, and for enemies that do a lot of damage, this also won't help you survive. The attack buff is even less significant, in that there's hardly any defender units that even needs an attack boost. Currently, the only one that can make use of it is 2B, but 2B already have massive amounts of attack boost to the point where 5.81% of Quiry's attack is really like a fart in the tornado. So overall, Quiry's skill 1 is extremely subpar. Moving on to skill 2, Scrutiny. It activates when entering battle, and affects 2 defender allies, giving 11.63% HP for the fight. However, I'm not sure if this buff will be dispelled when Quiry dies in battle. After some more scrutiny, this seems again like something that 2B can use. However, keep in mind that 2B already has Mast as a buffer for her HP, on top of her own skill 1, which gives her insane amounts of HP at multiple stacks. This 11.63% HP is not going to be as significant after all the dilution in stats. It will still help a little, but it won't bring too much more onto the table. Other defender units can't really make use of the HP buff that much as well, because again, we circle back to the issue where if the enemy is not that strong, the HP increase is insignificant, and when the enemy does a ton of damage, the HP increase won't save you. So overall, skill 2 is also subpar. Finally, we have her burst skill, Deep Stare. It runs on a 40-second cooldown like all other burst 3 units, and at max level heals all party members for 6.96% of Quiry's final max HP every 1 second for 10 seconds. Then, she gives all defender allies a crit rate boost of 19.9% for 10 seconds. The burst skill heals for in total 69.6% of Quiry's max HP to everyone in the party, which is not bad. However, the crit rate buff leaves more to be desired. This is due to crit rate only affecting defenders, and currently only 2B seems to be able to make some use of it. However, because Quiry is also a burst 3 unit, she can't actually give out this crit rate buff when 2B uses her burst, which means 2B's burst skill attack won't be helped by this crit rate buff. By now, you have probably figured out that Quiry seems to be a unit that's mostly designed to pair with 2B. However, because the values given to her on all these buffs are quite stingy and frankly insignificant, you can still put her in a 2B team, but I think the idea would be to use her to help you sustain rather than buffing 2B's damage overall. In high pressure contents like raid bosses, she may be able to help your 2B team survive the entire fight if you use units like Volume and Mast in your Burst 1 and Burst 2 slots. Interestingly, I don't think there's another option you can pick currently for healing besides Marciana without her burst skill if you plan on running both volume and mass together with 2B. So this further proves that Quiry is mostly designed with 2B in mind. However, do note, you will take a massive hit to overall DPS unless you put another burst 3 unit in the team like Modernia, who doesn't really need to use her burst skill. I don't know how good Guillotine will be without her burst skill as I don't have too much experience with her, but I'd say overall Modernia will probably end up being much more preferred in a team consisting of Volume, Masked, 2B, and Quiry. So, should you pull for Quiry when she comes out in the coming banner? Hell no! Wait for her to go into the regular poll and put her ass on the wishlist instead. She's definitely a viable addition to the 2B team if you need healing, but she's not so good to the point where you actually need to spend your special tickets for her. Wait for the anniversary, guys, stay strong, and avoid the itch to pull on the Quiry banner when she comes out. Anyways, that's it for this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe.